Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday, November 27th, and Coach Melissa here at Goddard Fit Body Boot Camp. Another edition of Nutrition News today, and what I want to talk about today is how and why to make the perfect super shake. So what a super shake is as well. We'll talk about that and why these can be a good addition to your nutrition, how to make them, and a couple of my favorite recipes as well. Before I do that, a couple things just to mention this week. This is the last Monday of November, so next Monday when we meet again, it will be the beginning of December, which means for our members, this is the last week to check in for our current check-in for charity. Our local check-in for charity this month, the month of November, has been the Huron County Christmas Bureau. So this is a charitable organization that has been set up for many years all throughout the county of Huron, and they rely on donations from the public of brand new unwrapped toys, clothing, pajamas, electronics, gift cards, cash, you name it, for children ages 0 to 18 that would otherwise not really have much of a Christmas at all. So they rely on donations from the community, and there are donation centers set up throughout the community, and then all the donations are dropped off to their collecting center, which is usually a church, the first week of December, and then they are distributed through the different service organizations that work with those families in the middle of December. So throughout the month of November, we have been a donation center. We've been collecting for the Huron County Christmas Bureau, which we've been doing for several years now. And also this year, our check-ins throughout the month of November have been going toward the Christmas Bureau as well, which is new for us. So this year, all throughout the month of November, whenever any of our members check in to the bar, to Fit Body Forever, or to Goddard Fit Body Boot Camp, for every 100 check-ins, the staff here next week are going to go shopping and are going to buy gifts specifically for teenagers, because teenagers are quite often the most underserviced by those that donate to the Huron County Christmas Bureau. So we want to make sure that teenagers specifically are looked after as well. So every 100 check-ins all throughout the month of November to all three of those facilities equal a gift that we're going to go out and buy next week. So stay tuned next week when we donate all of the items that we have both brought into the gym and purchased by us through the check-ins. When we go and drop those off. That's going to be a fun day later next week. And we actually have one of our members who has offered to match all of our Facebook check-ins. So actually, every 100 check-ins on Facebook to those three locations equals 2 gifts specifically to teenagers. So that's pretty great. This is the last week to do that, as December 1st is Friday. So that is the one thing I wanted to talk about. On Friday, we will announce our new check-in for charity for the month of December. The other thing I wanted to mention to everybody here watching, whether you're a member or not, is we are having a great big giant holiday themed workout that is open to all that are watching. So whether you are a member or not, on Saturday, December 16th at 9 a.m., we are having a holiday-themed 45-minute workout here at this building, 390A McEwen Drive, here in Goddard. And whether you know anybody or not, you are welcome to join us for that holiday workout. And then afterwards, for around 10 o'clock, we're going to have snacks, drinks, refreshments, hang out, meet, mingle, that kind of thing. So that's coming up on the 16th of December. Hope to see everybody there. All right, so let's talk about how and why to make this perfect super shake. So what is a super shake? Well, basically, it's a liquid meal. And it's not just protein powder and water, although that's a good way to get in protein as well. What I'm talking about is a full meal replacement that has everything. It's got your protein, it's got your veggies, it's got your healthy fats, it's got your liquid, and it's all kind of blended up to be a full meal that's drinkable, that will nourish and satisfy you. So why is this a thing for so many people? Well, maybe you need a quick on-the-go meal. Could be breakfast before your commute in the morning. Could be lunch, if you're heading from one meeting to the next, or maybe you're going from the gym back to work. or something like that, it's something that you can that's easily portable, so you can bring it along with you in the vehicle, or on the go as you're walking, or whatever. That doesn't require cutlery, napkins, or a table really of any kind. It's not something that I recommend people have 3 or 4 of in a day, but I do recognize that everybody is time crunched, and this is a good way, as opposed to some other ways to save time when you're eating. This is a good way to still get in everything that you need and still stay on track. It's healthy. It's packed full of nutrients. It's possibly could have fruit and vegetables in it, protein and healthy fats. And it's pretty easy to make. So a super shake, like we've said, is pretty much a meal in a cup or in a glass. Gives you everything you need. It's portable, it's convenient, and it's pretty delicious. So I'm actually going to post down here below when I'm done an infographic that you could print off, stick it to your fridge or your pantry or your kitchen or wherever you need it to be, so that you have this step-by-step instructions on how to create your own super shakes. And these are more than okay for children as well. My daughter has these on a regular basis as well. So how do you turn, just boring protein and water into a more complete, full, more filling super shake? Well, first of all, you're going to need something to make it in. So you need a good blender. It could be something like a Magic Bullet or a NutriBullet, just an actual blender, or it could be like the Rolls Royce of blenders, which is the Vitamix, right? Any of these will do. At home, I have a NutriBullet. It's just a single serving blender. I've used an actual blender as well before. So this pretty much depends on your budget, what you're going to get here. Whether you're going to get like a NutriBullet or whether you're going to get a Vitamix, pretty much depends on your budget. They both do the same job just fine. And the reason you need one of these is to blend up the fruit, the veggies, the healthy fats, the other things, possibly the ice that you're going to put in them. Okay, so now that you've got your appliance, your first step, I'm going to take you through the steps. The first step is to pick a liquid. So the less liquid that you put in this, the thicker the shake you're going to have. The more liquid that you put in it, the thinner the shake you're going to have. So this could be water, it could be unsweetened almond milk, it could be cow's milk, it could be soy milk, it could be hemp milk, it could be green tea. Really, the options are endless here. So lots of good options. How much of this, again, depends on the thickness, how much you want. Could be 4 ounces, could be 8, or somewhere in between. Next, you're going to choose your protein powder. So you're going to want 1 to 2 scoops of protein. That should be sufficient enough for each serving. Men probably are going to want 2, and women will probably be fine with 1. Now, this could be whey-based protein, it could be rice protein, pea protein, hemp protein, it could be vegan protein, right? It could be any kind of protein powder. Find one that tastes good and that you digest well. We have several here, and I'm actually going to pull them out. We sell Quest protein here. This is a whey-based protein. We do sell vegan protein as well when we have it in stock from Genuine Health, but what we have and what I personally use is Quest protein, and we have lots of different options of flavors. So I've just pulled out a selection here. We've got chocolate, we've got cookies and cream, we've got strawberry, and we have sample sizes of everything as well as the bigger tub. So if you're not quite sure about some of these different flavors like cookies and cream, before you buy a big tub, you can always try it in a sample size as well. And we actually, while we're talking about protein, we also have this multi-purpose protein that really doesn't have a flavor. You can put it in a shake with your fruit or veggies or whatever else you're putting in that would take the dominant flavor of your shake. But you can also use this protein powder here for baking and cooking, which is pretty cool. So you're going to have your protein powder, okay, 1 to 2 scoops of that. And where are you going to put this? Well, you're going to put it in your blender, right, which we talked about before, so that you can blend it all up. Next, I would recommend pick a veggie. Okay, 1 to 2 handfuls raw or roasted veggies, and the amount of it pretty much depends on what you're using. So could be spinach, could be Swiss chard, could be kale. That's often what it is for me. I've also used pumpkin, sweet potatoes. I've often used beets or beet greens. Now if you use the actual beets, that's a pretty dominant flavor. So hopefully you like beets if you're going to put beets in, because you're going to taste them most likely. You can put in pretty much anything. You can put in cucumber, you can put in celery, you can even put in greens powder. So if you're not a big veggie person, but you recognize the benefits that come from veggies, then you could try greens powder as well. Spinach works well pretty much in every shake. It's pretty much undetectable. It may change the color, but it doesn't really affect the taste of your shake. It's recommended to pair canned or roasted pumpkin with vanilla. So those are good pairings. So we have vanilla. I didn't bring it out, but we do have vanilla protein powder as well. It's recommended to pair beets, peeled or roasted beets with chocolate. I personally have done that before, and that is an excellent combination. And then when you have something like celery or cucumber, like mostly a water-based veggie, you're going to want to cut back on how much liquid you add to this, because those veggies are pretty much water-based, so they're going to add to that already. So you've got your veggie, hopefully 1 to 2 handfuls, and these are just adding like nutrients, right? Phytonutrients, so many vitamins and minerals, just drinkable. It makes it super easy. Then add a fruit. So same thing, 1 to 2 handfuls. You can use fresh or frozen fruit. Popular choices are bananas, berries, cherries, mango, pineapple. People have put apples in before. Pretty much depends, again, on your preferences. Having a banana, like pretty much half of a banana is all you need. Gives it a great texture, will often thicken it up. We have peanut butter protein here. Again, I didn't bring all of the ones that we have out, but we have peanut butter protein powder here that goes fantastic with banana. That's very popular. You can use dates in your protein. Just make sure that you don't have the pit in them. Apples can make it sweet and or tart. Just remove the core, obviously, and slice them. One of my favorites that I'll talk about in a couple minutes involves mango. The 3 frozen berry blend that you can buy at most grocery stores. The bagged frozen berries is an easy one. That's usually my daughter's go-to. So now you've got a fruit as well. And then you want to add a healthy fat. So you don't need much, like 1 to 2 thumb-sized portions. Again, 2 probably for men, 1 for women. Should be lots. What is this? So these are nuts or nut butters. Okay, so like walnuts, almonds, or tahini, which is like a sunflower seed butter, sesame seed butter, or almond butter. You could put in chia seeds, hemp seeds, flax seeds for your healthy fats. You could put in the actual nuts. Avocado goes well as well. So this helps to make it taste, extra creamy, extra thick, extra rich. And then some people even put a topper on as well. So you blend this all up. You put it into your shaker cup or your glass, and then you could top it to make it look extra special. So you could top it with cinnamon. You could top it with, a little bit of oats if you need extra carbs, or, shaved coconut, or a little bit of yogurt on top, a little bit of dark chocolate perhaps, some slivered nuts. And remember, a little goes a long way. If you're going to add yogurt to this, it's to up the protein for yourself perhaps. So what could you put it in? You could just pour it into a glass. My Ninja, or my NutriBullet, I can't remember what it's called, but anyways, it comes with its own 2 glasses with lids on them, but you could also pour it into like this shaker cup here, right? And it's got this for the protein. You would just take out that little, I guess I can take it out. You would just take this out and take that out, because you've already blended it all up, put it in there, and then you've got your lid, so you could just drink it that way as long as it's not too thick. I've done this before too, where I make it like a protein shake, super shake, and then I dump it out into a bowl, so it's more like a smoothie bowl, and I eat it with a spoon, especially if it's too thick, which I tend to do is make them too thick. So you can do it in a bowl with a spoon as well, which if you have the time at home, you can do that. So a couple of my favorite recipes that I have at least weekly are, so there's 2. One of them is almond milk or coconut milk and protein powder. So if I have vanilla, then I use vanilla, but it is a chocolate shake that I'm looking for, so I could add chocolate. If I put vanilla protein powder in, then I will add a couple tablespoons of cocoa. If I use chocolate protein powder, then I don't. I just skip the cocoa. And then half of a frozen banana and ice, and that's about it. So you could add spinach to that as well, because you don't taste it, and it adds that much more when it comes to nutrients, vitamins, minerals. So the almond milk, the protein powder, chocolate if you have it, and if not, then add a couple tablespoons of cocoa to it, and then half of a frozen banana and ice. Good to go. And you can add, for your healthy fats, you can add some seeds in there. You could add a little bit of avocado, which would make it even thicker. And then my second one that I use quite often right now is vanilla protein powder, almond milk, a third of a cup of oats, so just oatmeal. And then I think it's half a cup of mango. And I go back and forth between frozen mango, which I can now get at the grocery store in super convenient bags, or I actually cut up a mango. So I really like the taste of that as well. Almond milk, oats, and mango. So those are just a few. I've done them lots of different ways before. I was on a beet and chocolate kick for quite a while. I do the 3 berry combination with spinach, almond milk usually, or maybe water, and hemp seeds quite a bit as well. Really, the possibilities are endless, and this is something that we can all use more ideas on. So if you have a favorite recipe for a super shake that you would like to share below, I'd love to hear it. I'd love some new ideas as well. That's kind of why I did this. Mango, your favorite. That's great, Joanne. Mine too. So that's one of the reasons why I did this as a topic today, is because I am looking for some new recipes myself. I'm going to post this infographic that I have been reading from here down below in the comments. Remember, not all of the steps are mandatory, okay? So if you don't want to put a fruit in, you just want to do a veggie, that's fine. If you just want to do a fruit and no veggie, that's fine. If you're not able to add healthy fats, that's fine. The protein is important. So if it's not protein powder, then it could be Greek yogurt, plain Greek yogurt. It could be cottage cheese as well. But the protein is important, so don't forget that one, okay? So that's our topic for today, super shakes. I will be back again next week, December 4th. Let me know what you want to hear about, especially leading up to the holidays. We can do like a holiday-themed month throughout December. Let me know what it is we should talk about, and that's what we will do. I hope you guys have a great Monday. Thanks for listening once again to this edition of Nutrition News. Bye, everybody.